Look at my stupid fluffy hair. Let me curl my hair out.
Hypocrisy.
So there was an article circulating around recently on social media, and the headline was something heavily tattooed barber does the same haircut all day. And I only read it after seeing it shared on Instagram about half a dozen times. The gist of the article was about a barber who had just recently opened his own shop or created his own space that he was really proud of. And he was quoted as saying he had done 7 or 8 of the same haircut that day. And I don't know if he was bragging or if the article was just trying to imply such. I immediately sort of scoffed at the idea and then the sentiment that there's some sort of that they're almost glorifying this idea. And it just made me think a lot about, one, the space that we work in. We're definitely inspired by our surroundings, whether it's the people we work with or the brand that we're trying to create in the space, or a culture that you're trying to create. And that idea is meant to bring out the best in our work, to be inspired by our surroundings. And then I started thinking about the idea of doing the same haircut all day. And why would you do that? I mean, there's a lot of reasons that you could find yourself in this situation. We're all been guilty at some days of being uninspired, or maybe we're running really behind and we're just pumping them out, getting clients in and out of our chairs as quickly as possible. So you fall back on those go-to haircuts or styles, but maybe 1 or 2, but not the same haircut all day. And then to sort of, what felt like the article was doing was glorifying that idea. It just raised more questions than answers. The best argument that I could come up with for why you would do the same haircut all day is self-marketing and branding, coming up with a signature look to drive your business forward. Especially if you're in a new space, you want to promote that new space, you trying to get more butts in your seat. You could argue that it's just smart business to brand yourself with a signature, and especially in the age of social media and self-marketing and branding, that you have where everyone seems to need a niche of some kind, that you create a signature for yourself, build this brand for yourself, and a demand for 6 months, 12 months, 2 years, whatever it is, and then you parlay that into another signature or another part of your business once you've gathered a following of some sort. That's if you're business-minded enough to do that. But also, do you want to build yourself up to be known for that one thing? I've always struggled with the idea of having that signature thing, or that thing that you specialize in or that you do, because I've never wanted to have to live up to that demand of having to do that thing over and over and over and just being known for that thing. Because once you're known for that thing, that's what you're doing over and over again. So that's been my own personal dilemma that I've dealt with in my career, because I've always been told you need a signature. But even if that's the case, if you're trying to create your signature look to create more of a demand in a business in your chair, to be in a situation where you're working all day and you're doing the same cut and paste haircut all day, that is exhausting. I wouldn't want to do that. And if you're just being lazy that day, or running behind and just getting people in and out of your chair, you're doing yourself a disservice. You're doing your business a disservice. I don't think, what are you here to do? Have a little self-respect and integrity in what you do. Don't get lazy and complacent and just do the same haircut all day. Like, that sounds like a nightmare if you ask me. The article continued on and it interviewed a new client who had been sent there by his girlfriend who had found the shop on the internet and thought it looked cool, so she wanted to send her boyfriend there. This client was quoted in saying that he'll probably go back, but it's not because of the haircut he received, but because the shop allowed him to leave some of his band's stickers or on the counter or something stupid like that. So the new client, sitting in the chair, tells the barber stylist what he wanted. He just wanted a little trim. And as attempted to speak up, as the barber started cutting way more than the client wanted, the barber actually talked louder and talked over him to shut him up to continue his work. As far as I'm concerned, that's just straight up disrespectful to the client because it's not what he wanted, but you're just gonna do what you wanna do because you know best, or you just wanna do what you wanna do, period. But we are in customer service. We are here to service the client. That being said, I didn't get into this because I wanted to serve other people. I wanted to get this because this was a great medium for me to be creative in that I fell in love with because I saw the potential and the opportunities to be creative in this new medium, not necessarily to service other people. But the fact of the matter is we are in the customer service industry. But to blatantly just disregard what the client wants, I would never do that. And our job is to give our client their best look, what looks best on them. And sometimes clients don't necessarily know what their best look is. And that's where the consultation comes in and we talk about the client's wants and needs and we give our professional experience and advice and personal flavor as well in what we think is their best look and what's best for them. And then we sort of marry the two. But to completely just disregard what the client wants because you feel like doing what you want to do, I think is a jackass move. And how idiotic are our clients sometimes? No disrespect to our clients, but sometimes they are. And then there's the subject of clients who maybe don't necessarily like their hair, but maybe they like the relationship they've built with you, or they like the flavor of the shop, or maybe it's a status thing, or a hype thing, whatever it is. But this guy's like,
I like they let me put the stickers on the thing, my band. I'll come back.
Sometimes the client experience outweighs the client's love for their hair. And if that's the reason that brings that client back, is that a bad thing? I think we've all had clients at some point where we don't know why they come back. They always have something to say about their hair, whether it's a little tweak or like, maybe I didn't really like this so much or that or whatever. And when they leave, you don't feel the love in the sense of how much they love their hair, but they keep coming back and they keep pre-booking and you see them every month or every 2 months and you're kind of wondering why. I think sometimes it just comes down to how you make them feel. So whatever it is that you provide for that client, whether it's the experience or the way, or they truly love their hair, is any of it wrong? Is there a wrong way to do the business that we do? Is the business that we provide less about their hair and more about their experience? I think it's different for everyone. For some clients, it's 100% about their hair, and I think for some clients, it's 100% about the experience or a mixture thereof. But I think the only thing that's clear is that there's no wrong way to do your business. Your business is your business, and how you run it is up to you, and how you treat your clients and the atmosphere you create or how you make your clients feel, it's all on you. So you just have to figure out how it is you conduct your business. Is the focus more on the hair and the craft, or is the focus more on the experience and your signature? I personally would love to see the industry full of stylists who build their brand and based on integrity in their business and in the way they approach the craft. But I know that's not going to be the case, and I can only do so much. So something to think about, food for thought. Let me know what you think in the comments. Please subscribe, hit the notifications button so you know when I drop another video. Hit that like button. Tell me how much you love this video in the comments, or tell me to suck a fart out of your ass. I'm not going to do it, but as long as you leave a comment, I don't care what you say. So thank you for watching another episode of Hairpocracy. I'll see you guys soon.